Ranking number one on Google just got way easier using WordRocket. You can now enter up to 5 of your top competitors for a keyword. We will then do a real-time custom competitor analysis, scraping those top ranking blog posts. And then based on that data, we will then create a super prompt that incorporates all of the top ranking factors from the articles that you entered and also some content opportunities for you to be able to write an article that will outrank those competitors. And it's very simple and intuitive to use on WordRocket. Just head over to app.wordrocket.ai and create an account if you have it already. Now we want to head over to the competitor analyzer. And this is where you'd be able to start your competitor analysis. So the first thing that you need to do is enter up to 5 of your competitor URLs. For example, I wanted to rank for the keyword, how to run profitable Google ads. So I'm going to search that keyword up on Google, and obviously it's going to give me the top ranking articles. So I'm going to just scroll through. I'm not going to choose Reddit. I'm going to try to find articles that are ranking for this specific keyword. So we see the first article that's ranking is from WordStream. We're going to paste that in there. We're going to do the same thing, scroll down. We're going to skip Reddit because you cannot scrape Reddit. It will not scrape. So then we're going to add a new URL. And again, we're going to copy over another link here, add a URL. And we're going to do one more. So we're going to do 4 URLs. So this should give us more than enough information and data as to what we need to do to outrank these competitors. So once this is all set up, we can then start the analysis. You can only use Claude Sonnet 4 for now, so you need to enter in your Open Router API. I will be fixing and developing the Gemini Pro model. But for now, we'll just use Open Router because it does a really good job. And once we're happy, we're going to click start the analysis. And as you can see, the analysis will be in progress. We're going to scrape each one of these specific sites, and then we're going to take the most important information that we need, create a prompt, and we'll be able to write that all within WordRocket. You can also scroll down and see some of your past analysis that you've done. So if you've done an analysis before for a website, you don't want to do another analysis of the same website, you can select that when it's time to build your super prompt. As you can see, one by one, the analysis will be completed. Once it's completed, you can go ahead and take a look at what you got back. So first thing you're going to get back is the content intelligence. So just an overview of the content, so the content type, the target audience, word count, readability, and the key topics within the article. Then if you scroll down, we'll see a more of an SEO analysis with some keywords that were used throughout the article, primary and secondary keywords, some information about the title, meta description, keyword density, internal linking, readability again, and external links. Then we get the strengths and weaknesses and the content gaps and the content opportunities. And that is going to be the same type of information which you'll be able to get from all of these specific websites. So again, as you can see here, we're getting a lot of really in-depth data, and we're getting data that's really going to steer the AI in the right direction in terms of what we need to do to outrank these competitors. We don't need to reinvent the wheel, just do something better than what's already out there. So now that our analysis is all completed, we need to then go ahead and build our super prompt. So I'm going to select and deselect any of these that I don't want to use. So for example, let's say this article, I don't really like this article after all, I don't want to include it within the prompt, that I can remove that so the AI doesn't read that information. And that's very, very important because you just want to use the information you find is going to be the most relevant to allowing you to create the best prompt. So if I want to select or deselect any of these, I can. For this example, I'm going to select all 4 of them, and then I'm going to click build super prompt. So again, what's going to happen here, we're going to use your Open Router API. So that's why you need to make sure that you have Open Router enabled. If you do not have Open Router, then you will not be able to create your prompt. You'll just be able to do your analysis because we take care of the analysis from our end. So give it a little bit of time, and then you'll have your prompt ready to go. Okay, so your super prompt is now completed, and this is what it looks like. Google Ads Mastery Super Prompt. So create a comprehensive, authoritative guide on Google Ads that surpasses competitor content by being more detailed, actionable, and strategically valuable. Target word count, target keywords, right? So we see the target keywords here, primary and secondary. We don't need to have a whole list of keywords because Google is very smart and it knows what you're talking about. So you not need to keyword stuff. You just need to have the right keywords within your article. Then we have the article title here. meta description, and the introduction. So we're actually going to have a breakdown of what each section will look like. So again, we're giving more information to the AI, which will allow us to get better outputs from the AI as well. So section 7, section 8, section 9, section 10. So you can tell like it's very in-depth, and each section and subsection is going to be known to the AI because we have it detailed in the prompt. Content enhancements, requirements, interactive elements, case studies and examples, tools and resources, tone and style guide, right? SEO optimization instructions. So keyword density, include the primary keyword, 1.5 to 2% keyword density metrics. So how often to include your primary keyword, your secondary keywords, include keywords and subheadings, naturally technical SEO, content freshness, include 2025 specifics, call to action, quality assurance, and then the final note. So as you can see, this is really, really good. So there's two main ways in which you can go about this. You can copy over your prompt and use it in whatever tool you use. Let's say if you want to use Claude directly, or you want to use Open AI directly, or you want to use Gemini directly, you can do so, or we can go ahead and use it in WordRocket. So once I click use in WordRocket, the prompt will be automatically copied and pasted. Then I can enter in a target keyword if I like to. The only thing I need to make sure that I'm adhering to is the content target word. So I'm going to put 3,500, and this now allows us to include custom HTML elements in the article as well, so we can get what the AI is giving us. So not only are we going to get the content that's written, we're also going to get custom HTML elements, and then just simply go ahead and click generate, give it about a couple of seconds or so, and it'll tell you that your content is going to be generated in the background. Because again, you are using Open Router, it's going to generate in the background. The names are a little bit funky right now because it's not pulling the actual names. For now, your content will be saved in the My Content section, and we are working on fixing the heading to have the actual name of the article itself. So just give us some time to work on that. Within a couple of minutes, your content will be completed, and we can go ahead and take a look at it. If the formatting seems a little bit off, it's because Claude 4 Sonnet, the formatting is a bit wonky. Just go ahead and copy over the markdown, and we're going to head over to markdown to html.com, or if you're using WordPress, you can simply just paste that in onto your WordPress site. So to really see what the article looks like, I'm going to paste this into WordPress, and again, I just copied over the markdown and pasted it in. You can see a difference already in the hook and in the introduction. So the first article says, in the digital advertising landscape, one stat stands out. Businesses make an average of $2 for every dollar spent on Google Ads, yet 78% of small businesses report losing money. The difference between success and failure isn't luck, it's strategy, execution, and understanding the evolving Google Ads ecosystem. This is a really, really good introduction. It's not generic. It has actual facts, it is intriguing, and it entices the user to want to read the article. The fear of wasted budget, overwhelmingly complex, and fierce competition keeps many businesses from unlocking Google Ads. And again, we get another stat here about 8.5 billion searches per day. And then it goes into introduction of the actual article, where the key takeaway, understanding Google Ads in 2025, what's changed and what hasn't. So again, we're getting fresh content here. The 5-pillar pre-launch strategy, skip this and fail. Like, this is really, really good stuff here. I've written a lot of articles using AI over the past couple of years, and I can tell pretty quickly when an article is really good or when an article is kind of mediocre. And I would say that this is a really, really good article because it doesn't seem generic, and we're getting information that's actually useful. Now, this is a custom HTML element. I will have to convert this into HTML for us to see what it looks like. But let's just scroll through and see some of the other headings that we get. Google Ads account setup walks you through the account setup. Tier 3, beyond keywords, mobile optimization, landing page strategies, smart budget management, maximize every dollar. Only thing I would say is I'd probably like a little bit more tables. That would have been nice to have some more tables compared to all of these different lists here. But overall, this is a really, really good article because, again, it's not generic, right? If I were to tell the AI to write me an article about, to do profitable, how to do or run profitable Google Ads, I'm most likely going to get generic content. But if I was able to do what we did in this video, by doing competitor research, taking that information and then telling the AI to write based upon that information and create a custom prompt, that now allows me to write more superior content. And that's the type of content that's going to rank in 2025 and beyond. And here we see a Google Ads budget calculator. So calculate your optimal Google Ads budget based on your business goals and your industry benchmarks. So we can enter in 6,000, let's say for a monthly revenue goal. Average order is $120, 6% conversion rate. We're in B2B. 2.5 estimated cost per click, let's say $3. Calculate my Google Ads budget. Now, when this is just in the preview modes, when you actually publish this, it will work. But this is just to give you an example of what it looks like. And as you can see, it looks really, really good. This is a in-depth article that has custom HTML elements and has a really, really good article that's relevant to the topic, and it's fresh and brand new. All you would have to do is maybe add some images. You can use WordRocket to generate images as well, or you can use ChatGPT or whatever image generation tool you're using. If I scroll all the way to the bottom, we also get our custom meta title and our custom meta description, which you can set up. In terms of word count, this article is about 7,000 words, 7,900 words. And if we minus the HTML element here, it's still around 6,000 words easily. So this is a beast of an article, or maybe even 7,000 words. So this is a beast of an article, 6,000 to 7,000 in-depth guide that's custom made, that is relevant, that's fresh, and also has a custom HTML element. That is the type of content you can generate with WordRocket. So again, if you want to try this out for yourself, head over to app.wordrocket.ai. You can try this feature for completely free. It will be a paid feature because we have to call and pay for these API calls, but you can try it out for completely free. And I guarantee you, you will be able to write better content than 99% of the content you can write using other AI tools. So again, check it out, app.wordrocket.ai, and try out the new content analysis feature for yourselves. And if you have any comments or feedback, let me know in the comments below, or send me over an email, support@wordrocket.ai.